Harris-Kenfinity here, and here's my review of Blood Diamond, directed by Edward Zwick, starring Dutchman Honsu. Leonardo DiCaprio! There it is! Jennifer Connelly for Jenny. Kagiso Coopers. And Arnold Solo. Great cast. This worst part of Africa it has to be, because this dedicated father, Solomon Bandy, is defending his entire, community from the worst African diamond miners. And they find the needed blood diamond. Ooh, because the worst African wars right now with all these child soldiers can never be this tall, and this, needing of all of the nourishment, needing to be a kid. So get out of all of the worst African treatment of having to be a soldier is terrible. And we meet the one and only Danny Archer, who is documenting everything from South Africa, working with, well, first, we gotta meet Maddie Bowen from USA, good old US of A. She's so interested, wow, God, white South African, getting the family back of this awesome African, separate from the worst overheads with the worst kind of magazines. Done. Put soap in his eye. Looking at these magazines. Because you got the worst figureheads with the child soldiers. It's terrible. And it doesn't sound like much. Please check out all of the returns. Because since this is terrible going on, and Danny Archer is here, and Maddie Bowen, the UN wants to finally get these blood diamonds out of child soldier, worse, not a general overhead. Get away from all these terrible African soldiers. Get these diamonds safe. And you see exactly how the diamonds are important and everything else. Yeah, so we track Danny on knowing all of the soldier locals before getting to know all of Solomon's family. And terrible from your head down to your, his dedicated son will not be dedicated for packing more rounds, is all I'm going to say about Vandy. And his wife and other children are taken away from him because they know that Solomon is the most valuable, but separate. He's on the outside of his family. And, get the bottom of the gun, it's the most devastating. But, Danny, only chopper that you pretend that I'm your pink hostage. That's what they say. The only Solomon holding. They get through, and it doesn't sound like much. But you have Maddie now reporting and keeping them safe also when they're cooking everything at night. Because it literally is Solomon working with one and only, having a chopper and an awesome best friend too. Danny Archer taking care of all of Africa. Hey, finally. Oh yeah, freer. And I'm gonna just end it there. I will not say an African animal. That's freer. With Maddie, hey, taking all this back to the States for the UN. And you gotta see at the end where Solomon is, rewarded, highly decorated. You've gotta see the highly decorated decorations for the family getting back, and Diamond, man, safekeeping for the proper authorities. African local. Man, it's amazing. It'll Harris-Kenfinity. And you gotta see everything that doesn't sound like, because it's the most subtle. Yeah, it's another one of those I love, based on a true story, where you get to know his whole, give me my family back, family. It's still devastating, I don't want to laugh, because, it's the most devastating. It's the worst. What they did to him. His whole family. And Danny, man, having to scream through one more barrel, go over the ocean. You find out, you have the blood diamond. Let's work together. It kind of sounds Australian, but it is South African. Barely does. Yeah, and just how Maddie is getting degraphed. Okay, this kind of illegal, the worst kind, for all these Africans, and how she's stepping up for finding out, this is an amazing culture, amazing. And blood diamonds, keep them shiny, keep them clean, because they're literally the soldiers. Okay, back to the beginning, are forcing all of the dedicated community to look for these diamonds, like just like doing like the gold rush and stuff, right? The word chain gang, whatever slay, but these are just community locals, and they have to give what kind of shiny take back to their own village. They're locals, that's what they are. Yeah. They have their own villages, come on. So it's literally just Solomon off from the fence, family back. Danny and Maddie tell me it doesn't sound like much because it's so subtle. It's amazing. You're ready. Oh yeah, it's ready for the entire world to stay safe in and out of the UN. So my first and final, my final statement. Please check it out. It's awesome. I would have just liked to see a little bit more of Danny and his friend having to just surpass and they're there in this dedicated community. All the diamonds and just, Solomon, you're really getting a groove and how this is going to work. And especially one of his sons, that's all I'm going to say is that this is terrible. How his son, realizes the error of these terrible soldiers, doing this as armada. You're trying to get these diamonds. So please check it out. All the details. When I get, there it is. Please check it out. Please like, subscribe, notification bell. Just some movies are just so natural. See it. You have to see it. Not much to describe. For lasting Harris-Kenfinity, saying 10 stars, counts all, shinier than any diamonds. These videos, Harris-Kenfinity.